Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers and updates for General Hospital for Tuesday, December 26 promised surprise intruders, narrow escapes, and poignant confessions. Dante Falconeri searches for an unexpected intruder, Nina Rees Corinthos makes an emotional confession, and Esm Prince narrowly escapes. Spencer Cassadine was taken aback when Esm brought Ace Prince Cassadine to the Collins home to stay. Spencer was supposed to come to Esm's apartment to spend Christmas Eve with her and Ace, but she instead took him there. Spencer tells Trina Robinson, who is also present with him and the Collins family, that Esm may, after all, have a heart. Spencer had seen something strange about Esm earlier but couldn't place it. He, Kevin, and Laura Collins had no idea she's regained all of her memories and personality. Esm has broken into Windermere and is crying and chatting to a photo on her cell phone in the main room. It may be a snapshot of Spencer, with Esm's old affections for him returning. All you care about is her, she explains. Or is she holding a photograph of Nicholas Cassadine and referring to Ava, Jerome? Esm had a long crush on Spencer, or so she said, before she vanished, captured by Nicholas in Windermere's living room and mistaken for the hook. Dante is with Ava, discussing the intruder alert she received about someone entering into Windermere, when he discovers her with a gun. He claims she appears to be on the lookout for an intruder to shoot. Dante tells her to let him handle it, even though she believes it's Nicholas, and refuses to back down. Dante is unaware of the notes, gun, and images of a deceased Austin Gatlin Holt that she has been discovering. It wouldn't make sense for Nicholas to break in through the glass French doors unless Ava had sealed off the secret entrance. She would have done this when she listed the castle and island for sale, or possibly before. Carly Spencer, meantime, is having a conversation with someone and tells them she knows what they're going to say, and she appears to be sad. She appears to be still at the hospital where the Christmas tale was told to the youngsters. For some reason, it's looking like it'll be a blue Christmas rather than a happy one. Perhaps she's simply missing Drew Kane, who's still in Australia. He'll return soon, and she'll have a thrilling story to tell. A WSB director busted at Kelly's. Cyrus Renault is in the hospital chapel, where the chaplain informs him that Cyrus' acquaintance is fortunate to have him on their side. Cyrus was hanging out in the chapel when he overheard Nina praying and asking the chaplain, who appeared to be a Catholic priest, if he had time for a confession later. Cyrus appears to be warming up to the priest, who had informed Nina he may come back later. Cyrus seemed to be hinting at a new employment with this chaplain. After all, when still in Pentonville, he led a church group. But wouldn't he need to be ordained to work as a hospital chaplain? Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos and Laura would investigate Spencer found it odd that Esm changed her mind and left Ace with him. But now no one can find her. Laura can't reach her on the phone, and Sonny finds that Windermere has been broken into. Ava believes it's Nicholas because of the notes, images, and gun left there, but Sonny hasn't informed Dante or Laura of this. Laura seemed to be expressing a worst-case scenario concern about either of them, which Sonny maintains is not going to happen. Inside's a confessional in the hospital chapel, and Nina is pouring her heart out inside. She has no idea that beyond the divider is Cyrus Renault, not the hospital priest she spoke with earlier. She tells him she doesn't know where else to turn, and Cyrus listens intently, behaving as if he is a priest. The key dilemma is whether Cyrus will keep everything discreet, as a priest is supposed to, or whether he will tell Nina later that he was the priest. Worse, inform someone else because they have a right to know. Esm was just crying in Windermere's living room when Dante walks in with a revolver pulled and a very anxious Laura behind him. They might be hunting for Nicholas, Esm, or both, and she's in the same situation she was the night Ace was born. Esm narrowly escapes, but will she have to hide out on the parapet again? There's proof Nicholas is in town, but he's unlikely to be inside Windermere unless he's in a secret room, of which there are numerous, as well as an escape tunnel. Spoilers for General Hospital. Felicia Scorpio may have a little too much free time. She thinks her daughter, Maxie Jones, is ready for the next step in her life, and she is always one to meddle. For the foreseeable future, deception will be on fragile ground. Although money isn't everything, Maxie's recent issues have brought to light a problem in her life. Felicia does not want her daughter to remain alone forever, bearing all of the burdens on her own. She may have dragged Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, into this mess to assist Maxie pay the bills, but we feel Mom Felicia is hiding something. Felicia already knew she could rely on Spinelli to assist Maxie when she is too stubborn to accept assistance from anyone. Felicia and Max Scorpio, her parents, refuse to bail her out with their savings. She wants them to be able to rely on the money they've worked so hard for. Spinelli comes to the rescue. Spinelli's best strategy for convincing Maxie that he needed her was to stage a flood in his apartment. Inviting him to live with them was a genuine solution she required to keep the bills paid. Maxie will benefit more than monetarily from Spinelli's presence on site, and Felicia is well aware of this. The mice will play while the cat is away. Felicia has had nothing but her new job to keep her busy while Mac is in Argentina. Her personal life is currently dominated by her daughter and grandchildren, and she recognizes a call for help when she sees it. If Maxie wasn't going to let her help out with a big check, the least she could do was send her money through a different channel that she wouldn't suspect. Furthermore, Felicia believes that Spinelli and Maxie living together could create some holiday magic. Spinelli has had a crush on Maxie for over a year. After his divorce with Ellie Trout, he was summoned to the Maxinista, whether she wanted him there or not. He was in her corner, ready to defend her from Austin Gapton Holt before she knew she needed it. He stuck with her even after she threatened to ice him out if he didn't respect her ex-boyfriend, who turned out to be a flop. He's now there for her at deception during this difficult time. What she doesn't realize is that the priest hidden behind the confessional wall is Cyrus Renault. Earlier, when Nona was in the hospital for the story reading for the children, she went to the hospital chapel to pray. She began to feel guilty and remorseful about what had happened following her rash deed of turning Drew Kane and Carly Spencer into the SEC. Her shame and the cascading consequences of being discovered by Michael Corinthos and Ned Quatermain have overwhelmed her. So she goes to confess to the priest in the confessional booth in the chapel, unaware that the priest is not behind the partition. She'd asked the priest about confessing, and he'd said he'd be happy to help her after he finished something else. What she doesn't realize is that Cyrus was listening in on her conversation with the priest, and he's the one in the confessional to whom she's saying everything. Nana tells him she's never been to confession before, but something has occurred and she needs help. She doesn't know where else to turn, and she hopes it's okay that she's there. Cyrus informs her that God is anxious to aid all of his children, and that she acted out of spite, and that things are spiraling out of control. She knew it was terrible when she did it, but she had no clue it would hurt so many people. Cyrus inquires, concerned. Nina claims they were not saints, but they did not deserve what happened to them because of her. Cyrus wants to know who the people were, friends, relatives. Nina asks if it matters, and Cyrus says he needs more information. He then advises her to let it go and open her heart, because God wants to hear what she has to say. Nina appears uneasy, but sighs in resignation and tells Cyrus yes. Nina will reveal all the grisly details to someone she believes is the hospital chapel priest, but it's actually Cyrus Renault, who is doing a fantastic job of being concerned. The big question is what Cyrus will do with the information he's gathered. Will he blackmail Nina or others, or will he try to resolve the situation? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.